Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Muhammad Adam bin Zaidi. Today I will present about service brake pad. Introduction, a background. The evolution of brake has been impressive and has included many new technology throughout the years. In all new development to the brake system, the number one priority is to improve auto safety and efficiency. Since the earliest automobile, several methods of braking have been used. As the history of brake progress, each new system was built using the concept used to design its predecessor. Brake system evolution began in the 19th century and continues today. The type of braking system that have been used over the year include: first, start with wooden block brake. Second, mechanical drum brakes. Third, expand the internal brakes and hydraulic brake and disc brake. The problem statement: have a brake pad have a sound while driving. Second, less brake fluid in the master pump. The brake do not grip well. Objective: brake pad convert to kinetic energy of vehicle to thermal energy through friction. The brake pad are contained in the brake with the friction surface facing the rotor. When the brake hydraulic apply, the caliper clamp a squeeze to the pad together onto spinning rotor, slow and stop the vehicle. When a brake pad hits up due to contact with the rotor, it transfers more amount if it friction material onto this. Scope to require: first, disposable mechanic glove to protect your hand and keep it clean. Jet and jet stand, lock wrench, C-clamp or length of wood to retract the piston. Wrench: choose a socket open and adjustable wrench. Turkey buster for drawing out brake fluid. Plastic type bungee cord or piece of string. Material required: new brake pad and new brake fluid. Signification of the study: on average, brake pad should be replaced 25,000 to 65,000 miles, while rotor typically should be changed anywhere from 30,000 to 70,000 miles. However, the exact number can differ depending on the driving condition and styles. The good news is you likely experience minor system when your brake pad are getting toward their end of life, making the diagnosis and repair easy. Okay, just this my present for today. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Muhammad Admi. So today I will present about literature review about brake pad. Okay, brake pad are steel bags placed with a friction material on to the surface that face the disc brake rotor. Brake pad convert the kinetic energy of the vehicle to thermal energy through friction. Two brake pads are contained in the caliper with their friction surface facing the rotor. And then brake pads were originally made with organic ingredients such as asbestos and carbon held together by a strong resin. In these brake applications, there are usually two brake pads per disc rotor held in place as actuated by a caliper affixed to the wheel hub or suspension upright. Although all road-going vehicles have only two brake pads per caliper, racing calipers utilize up to six pads, with varying frictional properties in the staggered pattern for optimal performance for the car racing. Okay. History of brake pad material. In order to achieve the properties required by brake, most brake materials are not composed of single elements or compounds, but rather are composite many materials. More than 2,000 different materials and their variants are now used in commercial brake components. According to Nicholson 1995, Herbert Frost is credited with inventing the first brake lining material in 1897. It was a cotton-based material impregnated with bitumen solution and was used for wagon wheels as well as early automobiles. Type of material of brake pad. First is semi-metallic, that perhaps the most commonly found brake pad. Semi-metallic model consists of between 30 and 65% metal. Additional material could include steel wood, wire, and copper, among others. Indeed, semi-metallic brake pads are perhaps best suited to high-performance race car. If you own a vehicle that does 0 to 60 mph in flash, this is the option for you. And the second is ceramic brake pad. Okay, by far and away the dearest option, you are likely to own a supercar with processing a set of ceramic pad. Why the cost? It's true they make for excellent braking, or the heat generated from even the harshest and sharpest torques. Like you have a car that had like 800 horsepower or 300 horsepower, the more power. So your car needs a ceramic brake pad that will give you a sharper torque. A major drawback is just how long it takes to warm them up to an operating temperature. So while ceramic pads are ideal for rally, they are all but pointless when installed in the average car, which will seldom reach the optimum performance heat on the light of the school run or weekly shop. And then low metallic now. Okay, this is a brake pad that better braking in release with a low metallic now option. The result of an organic formula mixed with between 10 and 30% copper or steel. This recipe certainly helps with the transfer of heat. They are, however, on the noisy side, while the add metal can create plenty in the way of dust. And the fourth is none of asbestos organic. As the name suggests, these backpacks are made from largely organic material. That wasn't always the case. Indeed, there was a time when packs were constructed from asbestos only for the mineral to displaced by other compounds and meet health and safety concerns. Softer and relatively quiet, newer version may include fiberglass, rubber, or Kevlar, not to mention resins such as cellulose. So these backpacks are the more expensive, bit expensive because it has a newer version like Kevlar, and it also can increase noisy. So, despite being easier to break these themselves, non-asbestos organic pads will work fast and are only stable for day-to-day road driving. What more, they do not lend themselves to regular braking. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Introductions about the methodology. The methodology level describes the method or technique used throughout the work carried out based on the objective and scope of work that has been stated. To achieve the work carried out, several methods have been used, namely the process method to facilitate a job starting from the provision of spare part, brake pad. Then find the prepare hand tool. When it when all materials are available, work begin and hygiene and safety check will be carried out to maintain the quality of the work. when the spare part and hand tool were ready. The work process on the vehicle frame was done, and it was found that the work was done in the good and safe condition. Okay, this is a flow chart. Flow chart process to do the work. Okay, collect the spare part, park the car at the safe, car jack and stand, remove the brake caliper, remove the brake pad, push the piston of the caliper, install the new brake pad and caliper. After that, test drive. If have nothing problem, it's on lah. But if have a problem, must be troubleshoot and test again. After that, it's okay. It's on. Okay, this is Gantt chart. From what we get assignment, plan and select project work what we want to do, and after that divide the task, writing chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 and chapter 4, chapter 5 and chapter 6, and after that we will make a video about the how to change the brake pad, and this is a presentations, and that's now we do the presentation of the report result. Okay, and after this we submit this assignment. Okay, this is a range set for do the work, and this board set, and this is a hydraulic jack. Make sure hydraulic jack have a good condition, not have a leaking. Okay, vehicle stands. Make sure vehicle stand have a no bend or this lock is in a good condition. Okay, this is impact wrench. Okay, air compressor. Okay, the spare part we use brake pad. Make sure have a new brake pad and standby brake fluid. Method of process. This is like a flow chart. Park the car, place the vehicle stopper and jack the vehicle, place the stand, loose the tire and nut, and remove the tire, and remove the caliper pin, push the piston using a clamp. If not, you are not have a clamp, you can use a screwdriver flat. After that, remove the old brake pad and change a new brake pad. Install back the caliper pin and put on the tires. Okay, lower the vehicle and this has to be done.
Okay, for the result and discussion. So the result of that caliper pin is good condition and not loose, so we don't change the caliper pin. Just make a check, like visual check, and we try to shake the caliper pin that have a gap or not. So the condition of caliper pin is still good. The brake pad we change a new part, so I will talk about brake pad in discussion. For the caliper is also good condition, no broken or leaking. The piston seal and dashboard also in good condition, no scratch or leaking. So in discussion, the condition of brake caliper are still good and not leak or have any problem, then the brake pad we will change, because the thickness of all brake pad is in 2 mm, so it's a minimum for lifetime for brake pad, and it has to change immediately. So ideally your brake pad thicker than 6.4 mm for properly functioning. If the thinner than this, consider getting a replace. Most car mechanics also agree that the bar minimum brake pad is 3.2 mm. So if you want to use brake pad until the thickness is 2 mm, you can still use, but you must change it immediately, because it will uh, give you danger. You will be danger if you use a brake pad that thickness below the 2 mm. So any thinner than this, and you need immediately brake pad replacement to avoid brake failure. The caliper pin also in good condition, that not loose. We decide the part is in good condition because the caliper pin had a problem. If caliper pin had a problem, it will make the driver hear some knocking sound, like while driving. So we are also checking the pin and it still fit. The piston fit and dust hood also in good condition because they have no leak or brake oil at the piston seat and the dust hood. And the caliper are not stick or jam. So we just change a new brake pad and clean the dust at a brake caliper.
For the analysis, brake pads are essential for your safety on the road. Its function is to generate of necessary friction to slow the movement of the brake disc while it's coupled to the wheel and stop it. For the reason, brake pad in good condition can make the difference between a braking in time or an accident. There are some common signs to look out of that can indicate when brake discs have become worn or damaged. It can notice any of the following when your braking may need replacement. First, squealing or snapping noise. A certain amount of squealing noise from your car brake can be expected under normal circumstances. Factors like weather and the material of your brake pad can cause a little bit of noise. Loud scratching sounds, however, are often a clear sign that brake pads are due for replacement. Many brake pads are designed with a near indicator that will begin to scratch, even when the brake and in use to indicate that the brake pad need replacement. If the car drives way too long, the pad can wear down completely, and the scraping noise might be heard instead. Often an indicator that it also time to replace the brake disc rotor. Second, pulsation or vibration. If you notice pulsation or vibration of the steering wheel or brake pedal when using your brake, then this is often a sign that your brake discs have worn down or become damaged and require replacement. Third, erratic stopping or movement. If it feels like your car jerks to a stop or close to the side, then it could be a side of one break, and could indicate that there is a problem with the brake pad. And the last one is noti- noti- noticeable mark or cracking. It's a good idea to regularly check on the condition of your brake. Crack or visible damage of your brake disc rotor is a clear indicator that it's time to replacement. If your brake pad have been worn down to below 3 mm, then they will also need to be replaced. Okay, for the conclusion, unfortunately, there are few easy to certain indication that your brake pad need replacement, which is why it is critical to be on the lookout for as many sites as you can remember in order to avoid endangering yourself or incurring heavy repair costs. Mileage can be road measured, but it varies with driver behavior, so you should be on the lookout of other side, including scratching sound, a warning light on your car when the pad thickness fall by over half, when the steering and brake pad being too vibrate or soft fault. We hope that the step can help you learn it when to change brake pad and the minimum brake pad thickness to pass inspection. To extend the life of your vehicle braking system, try balancing your tire every 6 months. It will prevent your tire from wearing out permanently. You should not disregard one brake pad and engage your own and other life for a few dollars. By monitoring those indicators of one brake pad, you can take provide action and save more money. Thank you.